So at this moment, we currently have more cinemas than all of our competitors combined. I mean, we are dominating when it comes to how many cinemas we control. And that's a wonderful thing. But I said in the last, or maybe it was the last video or the video before that, I said that when I make a mistake, you know, I'm just gonna make up for it by buying more cinemas. You know, that's what I said. Here's a comment on the screen. Yeah, this is what I said. Well, it's not what I said. It's what you said. But, you know, it goes along with what I said. And it's been brought to my attention in episode 40 that I may have passed up a writer. While I was looking for writers to hire, I may have passed up a writer that had very high potential. Dare I say unlimited, even though it is limited, but it's unlimited potential that was also incredibly cheap. Okay. Now, the thing is, a lot of writers have really high potential. You know, here's Cornelius. But this guy is very cheap. Right? So, whoops. Didn't get him. And the thing is, I have a lot of writers already. I have too many writers, and all of them are busy except for Joe. I don't really want to fire Joe because he's high potential and he's already there. I don't really want to fire Joe. I think we'll get rid of Clyde instead, because he's capped already, and he has two of his least favorite genres. I'm kind of going to get rid of the negatives, right? Now, these guys here are good at something, and they get, you know, whatever. But if I was really trying to min-max the whole situation, then Bernard would be the one I get rid of, right? Because he is the one that is the least potential. He's writing Beard Ring. In 57 days, I will be able to fire him and hire someone else if I wish to. He's charging me a lot more money than the other guy, too. So maybe it's better to get rid of Bernard. You know, he's comedy focused, and I already have another comedy writer. And another comedy writer. Yeah, so I think that's probably what we're going to do instead. This guy doesn't like comedy, but, you know, whatever. So we'll probably get rid of Bernard, and we'll go get Keith, okay? But anyway, back to what I was saying earlier. Mistakes were made, right? And because I'm likely to make even more mistakes into the future, well, hang on, mothball buildings, I just can't have. In this game, with so many pop-ups, you just can't have a monologue without being paused. It's going to interrupt you. I'm going to go with illegals here. I don't really care too much about the mothballing, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that. And Doris is going to tell me about mothballing. If you're not familiar with what mothballing is, you can basically shut down a building, and if the building is idle, you can kind of pack everything up, and it reduces the costs for a while in that building. And then you can, of course, cater to paying people less money and stuff overall, too, if you keep researching that. I don't really have an interest right now in shutting down my buildings. Okay, what I do have an interest in, though, is pausing it so I can actually say what the frick I was going to say. Two things. One, we have a demand to select. This is Hubert O'Brien as a director for a movie with 60% detective, right? And that movie is the one we're currently writing, in fact, and that is Smoke Trail right here. And so Clyde is going to write that. It has 60% detective, okay? Second thing I was talking about, okay, is not hiring Keith. That sounds a lot like a mistake to me. Yeah, it does. Indeed, it does. So currently, it costs me $450,000 a month to maintain all my cinemas. That number's going up. I have 750 cinemas. So let's see. For not hiring Keith, what's that worth? Huh? Should we go to 777? I think that sounds a lot like what we should do for Keith. Yeah, 777. There's only 112 left. And you know what I'm thinking? There's only 112 left. I'm thinking I'm going to make a lot more mistakes in the future. Why don't we just take an opportunity right now to prepay for those? You're right. Ooh, you know what? It would actually be better to have 888, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let's do screw that ninth one. Let's go 888. We'll pay 999,000 for it. Lots of repetitive numbers here. There you go. We now have 888 cinemas. I like it. It's a nice number. It's going to cost me $532,800 a month. Ugh, is my expenses. It says my weekly profits are $64,968 every week. So it's like half the cost of the monthly maintenance, I guess. But in any case, there's only one left. If Marganese wants to get in on this, Now is the time. You can have one. Okay, good. So welcome back to Hollywood Animal, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. This is the day where we hire Keith so I can have him as a somewhat perfect writer. And yeah, we're gonna get going with a whole bunch of productions here. We have 5 movies currently in pre-production right now. And this one's looking pretty good. Star of Courage really fell off a cliff fast. Yeah, I mean, like this week 4 was only at 19% attendance. It fell really hard, and then we dramatically reduced the screenings, and it really didn't pick up much anyway, so we're just going to get rid of this. Star of Courage didn't do very well. Lieutenant Dan did fairly well, I guess, for a little while, but I think we can go ahead and end that movie as well. So let's pop that one into the archive too. Felix, do I want you... Hold on, do I want you... Can I replace you with Keith, maybe, Felix? I mean, you're an action guy. You can go up to 9. Nah, we're not going to do that with you. How's our synopsis looking? We got a good promising there. There's our detective movie. Yeah. Well, okay, tell you what. How about we go and give you another... I want to do another movie here with you. So an action movie. You know what? Let's make an action movie which could be done near Christmas time. You'd have to really write it fast to be done by Christmas, right? This is going to be Live Soft. If I can spell correctly. This is Live Soft. And it's going to be an action comedy instead. Yeah. It's like a parody of Die Hard. Yeah. And we can go like a lot of action with it too. And some good comedy. 60-40 sounds good to me. And it's going to take place in a city, probably. Dystopian futuristic city is probably not right. If we're going to do a proper parody, then it needs to be a modern American city. I mean, technically it needs to be... Yeah, you know, a modern American city sounds right. And then we're going to go, let's see. We're going to go with a cop. And the antagonist, is he really a criminal mastermind, though? I mean, are we really going to give him that much credit? I think we're going to give him... Okay, fine. Criminal mastermind, we'll give him this much credit. It doesn't really go with comedy, but, you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. For supporting characters here, we should definitely have a love interest. I would think so. A damsel in distress could work. Sidekick. Yeah, I mean, honestly, in this case, the sidekick is kind of the... You know, he's kind of the hero of the story in a lot of ways, isn't he? But we could also maybe just have it could be a sheriff instead. I know he wasn't really the sheriff, but you know, we just put Winslow as the sheriff for now. What else are we gonna do here? We have key witness, mysterious guide, mentor, rival, villain's right hand man. We got a little bit of that, I guess. I suppose so. A little bit of that. Let's take the themes and events. See if we come up with anything like that. So Christmas rush, intensify the drama, what's happening, holidays. I repeat, I don't think the holidays were really that significant in the whole plot of that movie, but it did help drive it, you know, the whole holiday spirit thing. And we're gonna say we could do a final showdown, should be a thing. Heroes in uniform should be a thing, I suppose, for this. And we could actually put some lowbrow humor in that as well, because it is a comedy after all. And at this point, we would say that the antagonist gets deaded. Yeah, the antagonist gets deaded. He's unalived. So, I mean, this is okay. I'm not sure it really works with comedy, but we're gonna make sure it works with comedy. I don't know if the Christmas rush thing needs to be in this parody. But yeah, I mean, we can run with it. I think it's good. So this will go to Joe Lowe, or it goes to Felix. He's a better writer, and it is a comedy, but it's only 40% comedy. And I want to get Felix experience, right? I could always put Felix through school, though. Screw that. Joe Lowe, here you go. I originally started this plot for the other guy, but now I'm thinking I'm going to put the other guy through school instead. Masterclass for my writer. I'm, screenwriter. Here it is. And I'll take the 50%. There we go. A lot of people in class right now. Not sure if any of them will succeed. I'm taking my chances on a lot of them. Johnny Hayes is getting beaten. Security failed to protect him. Ordered by Evergreen Movies. Yeah, they're hitting me hard on this stuff now. They're really there's Pulse. Pulse is doing good. Yep. Lovable Rogue. Yeah. Curse, evil transformations, etc., etc. Pre-production can only handle 5 films at a time. Oh, they do. They are gonna stop me from making it right away. Okay. I understand. We can make Pulse as soon as this is done. Our protection from police raids is over. And narrow-minded inhabitants. Wow, the artistic score took a dump, didn't it? Probably from all the narrow-mindedness. Teresa Chavez. Bernard, you know, I mean, Bernard is just going to get fired because of this. It's all Bernard's fault. All right. Apparently locations and the cinematographer played a role in this thing dropping. And Everett is, for lack of a better term, quite perfect for this movie. So I don't know how that happened. But with location, maybe he's the wrong cinematographer for the locations we chose. I didn't think I messed that up very much, but whatever. Put Glenn Conway in there, and we don't even need the second unit. I'll just go like this. It's fine. And then now that we have space for it, should we start another one? Let's see. So Live Soft. So Smoke Trail is 108 days away. So I don't need to worry about getting in the way of that. So let's take our Pulse. Where did Pulse go? Pulse right here. Yeah. Let's get Pulse going. See if I got the right people for this one. So obviously a little underrated here, Mr. Jack Sharp, but I think he'll be all right. We'll give him some good stuff if I can. Or we could wait. Hold on. If we wait to do Pulse... Because international location scouting is 134 days away. And that's a really great movie to do that with. So maybe I'm going to wait on that one. And instead we'll do Paralyzing Fear, which is pretty much a throwaway script. But I think we'll do that one instead. And we'll put Homer on this one with Soundstage B3. And we'll give him the best soundstage we can. Yeah, we're not going to do very well with castles. But it's kind of a throwaway script anyway, just to get some money for it. So we're going to go like this. Let's give him high here. And... we'll go about like that with it. We can pretty much put any producer we want on it. He's done with this in 3 days. So after that, he's got almost nothing to do. So we'll do this and then action, thriller, daring adventurer. There's very little. There's very little elements in this movie. It's really just for experience. So why am I hiring somebody? Well, because these guys are more expensive. Oh, you know what? You're on a timer though. All right, you're going to do this one because you're on a timer. Maybe you'll make the movie better. Alan Calhoun is at the end of his timer. So you know what? You're doing this one. Daring adventurer. There you go. You're already known for being a daring adventurer. Our patriarchal figure will be somebody low on the chain here. Man, Leslie's got 3 movies left, 4 movies left. You're not that low on the chain, but Gerald, come on over here and do this. It's mostly a throwaway movie, but it's just in our script list, and I want to do it. Okay, so Germany has invaded Poland, and the German army is rapidly advancing towards the capital. While Congress speaks of neutrality and repudiates panic, the Germans are taking over Europe. The establishment thinks it can sit back and turn a blind eye to the violation of international law, wrote the U.S. Post political commentator Timothy Schubert. But America will have to answer for their cowardice. Many challenges lie ahead for all of us, and the first thing we'll have to face is a new wave of immigration. We're going to have a new wave of people to access. Yes, World War II Europe is now a setting, and I can make war movies now. Oh boy. Public relations executive Jerry Leonard had this to say. Now that the wars broke out in Europe, working with the Reich could seriously damage our reputation. I thought long and hard about how we can avoid any problems, and I propose we hold a press conference. Tell them honestly, we had business with the German government, but there was nothing political about it. And now that Hitler has shown the world his true face, we've cut all ties with him, and we're ready to pay for our carelessness. We'll give a check to some charity, and the deed is done. Together, we've received $1 million from the Reich in one form or another. I suggest we donate that much. Yes, it's significant. It's a significant amount, but the damage to the studio's reputation would be far greater. Fine, we'll do it. Let's do that. And then I'll give more to charity. Why not? We can give even more to charitable organizations. Let's see. We can just say, hey, I'd like to help my reputation, please. It's really not worth this, is it? Like this much reputation, but it's fine. We'll just go like this. Look, another million on top of the other million we're about to go. Oh, there it is. See? I am so charitable. I can't wait to be yours. Slams a 9.0 on the popcorn score going into pre-production because it's just a great movie. I mean, I wrote it, I would know. Plus, Alice is totally going to win an award for this one. So let's get that in there. We definitely want to push this. Like, this could be a holiday movie, honestly. Cinematographer and locations is unfortunate there, but we're working on it. Let's get you going. We'll go second unit to really make sure it gets done quickly and swiftly without any random event shenanigans. There we go. Another million or another 1,000 in cash coming in too. And the banquet. Did the banquet get held? I thought I had done the banquet already. Did I not do the banquet? We should do a banquet. Let's do the banquet. Let's get a banquet going. Get some more influence points here. And let's see. What's the prohibited story elements right now are all of these. I think I want to get rid of... I want to get nudity out of here, don't I? Don't we have a movie that has that? I thought we had a movie. Wasn't I making a movie that had that? It's been a while. If you guys didn't know, I was invited by Urban Games to go out to New York City last week. Well, this past week. I guess. Yeah, technically, it was last week. And to try out their new Transport Fever 3. I got a hands-on with the game. It's the first time in the United States that they've given hands-on to their game. So I put out a video on the channel if you want to learn more about that trip. It was really fascinating. They even put me up in a helicopter. So if you want to learn more about that trip, there's a video on the channel. You just visit the channel for that. But anyway, all the videos that you guys have been seeing for the past, I guess 8 days at this point, were all recorded 2 weeks ago. So it's been a little bit since I've been in here, but I'm trying to refresh myself with things. And I think there was a movie, I thought anyway, there was a movie where we used something that was not allowed. And I had planned to make it allowed before releasing it. And I don't remember which one it was. So perhaps I'm wrong and I was only thinking about doing that. Did it in my head, possibly, is probably what happened there. Because I don't see it on this chart, unless it's over here somewhere. But we'll see. We'll see. Head of the script department wants basically nothing. $400 a month. Yeah, I'll sign that with you. Cool. Flumen. It's the Flumen camera. 16 millimeter, sir. Sir. I was never a fan of 16. A lot of my colleagues were a fan of 16, but I wasn't really just... Well, I mean, we could buy it, but I don't think I'm going to use it, to be honest. I think I'd rather just keep using what I'm using, which is the blue term Vivid. It's color. I'm kind of moving away from black and white at this point, I think. I'm going to let it go. Plus, we're going to be making our own camera fairly soon, too. Although engineering is going to need some renovations. So we'll probably do that first. But yeah, in 314 days, we're going to be getting moving on that. Okay, so all these things are coming out of pre-production at the same time. Let's go down the list. It is written. Not bad. Could have been better. Not bad. Just outside of factory acceleration range. So we'll do it the old-fashioned way. And I'm actually running really low on security personnel right now. So tell you what, why don't we just put a little bit of a pin in that just for a second. To see if there are any good candidates to hire in our department here. I mean, you're pretty cheap. I'll take you because I can put you on film sets, These guys are all much more expensive than I would like, but we'll take Fred Norton and we'll take... I mean, if I'm going to pay this much, I might as well pay this much for level 2, right? So, you know what? Screw it. We have a lot of money, right? Let's just do this. There. We got that. We can protect people and all that stuff. So let's go into It Is Written, and we'll set you on a film set. There you go. And I don't really need it accelerated, so there it is. The Court of Dogs. Not the worst movie in the world. That's the praise I'm going to give it. And again, we're going to put security on there just so they can handle any problems that might happen. Verlioka, the Forest Giant. Slammed it to 8. Okay, well, the maximum potential of its script is really all I could ask for, right? And we'll place security on that film as well. A second unit to move it along a little faster on that one. Okay, then. Well, 5 movies in production, 3 that are currently being written, and we have tons of scripts we can start out with. More. So how about we're waiting on these 2 until we have international location scouting. These are going to be really great, and they could potentially be a 9. So I want to wait for those. So I'm kind of going to go through my lower quality stuff at the moment here. I don't see myself sweeping the Pollux this year. But if I'm going to, there are already movies out this year that could potentially do pretty well. So I'm going to kind of wait on that. Maybe Asphalt Skin. It is an 8.0, but I didn't write it. And there's a lot of... Well, I just don't like the title, so I kind of want to get it off the screen. But there's a lot of freshness to this, though. So maybe we'll start this one because of how fresh it is. Now, we want to be careful when we're setting up these movies so that we don't put the director that I need for the factory job. I want to make sure that that director is available, right? So I got to make sure I don't do that. We'll give him all locations. Let's give him color. Always going to make it in color. Slam this to amazing. Just give him all the fixins there. Bruce, you can have that. And I might put Roger Fox on this. I just have to make sure that Hubert... Right here, Orion. Oh my gosh, you're filming Verlioka, the Forest Giant, for the next 69 days. I think that lines up quite perfectly because it's going to take a little bit of time to write that movie. So as soon as you're done with this one, you can go work on the other one. Yeah. Did I accelerate this one? I don't remember. Did I? Let's see. Does it let me go in to the production on this? I'm gonna go look at this because I might be able to accelerate the timeline on that, right? I have line producers and stuff, so. But anyway, for this one, working man, protagonist pulled back in, heroes in uniform, etc., etc. Christmas rush, a curse. Not too shabby. Yeah, I could see this one doing okay in the box office and everything. I think perhaps we'll give this to Woodrow though instead of Roger. Roger's got 1 movie left, and I really want to make sure it's one that he can really nail. So I'm going to give this one to Woodrow. And for the working man, let's put this in Harry Larson's hands. He's a little lazy. I like the disciplined Tom Norris instead here. The mysterious guide could be our lazy companion, or we can make you the bandit. Interesting. Tribal chief outcast. You're actually better suited for this, aren't you, Bill? I think Bill's a suitable bandit. We'll have you be the mysterious guide instead. Okay, so this movie has a pretty good team behind it. I expect good things from that production. Next, again, we're just kind of throwing away some of these things. I want to make the money I can. Kapoor. This one looks interesting. It's got some freshness, but a little bit, edging out a little bit there. Let's not do that one. Tipping is not allowed. I like the title. Tipping is not allowed. Man, what if that was our reality in the United States today, huh? What if people could make a living wage without having to worry about being tipped? Just imagine. Can you imagine? Carl Stanley, you're not great. I kind of want to get you off the list, to be honest, so I'm going to have you get this job. And we kind of need a sound stage for you, don't we? So let's back off on that one. We'll put Rafael Gonzalez on this instead, only because he's a bit more suited for locations. We have decent locations for you, but you're a little underwhelming as a cinematographer, so I don't suspect this will do great unless I give you other really good people. So that's what I intend to do. Let's help you out by having all good things here. And then the producer side, we'll put Ralph on this one, and then I might direct this one by Roger just to really bump it up, but I really think I want to spend this last movie with you, your 2-time award-winning Roger Fox. Kind of want to have you have something that really matters. It's going to be Timothy, I've decided. The sheriff, we could make this Bill Ramsey. It's kind of up his alley. There's no action in this, but there is a little bit of comedy. He's been in comedy recently, too. We could have that happen. Donald Hammond is a bit more appropriately skilled for this one. And, yeah, he's been in some of these before, though, but he's got that star power that I really like to put in there. I'm going to put Donald as the rival. We'll put Bill as our sheriff. Our worried wife. I can have a hard time saying that for some reason. We can make this one Wanda. Wanda can be the worried wife. And Vincent, the enemy from the past. So there we go. All right. Now, I probably should be careful here as well because there are other actors, right? There's other talents that has to be in this movie that I have to make, you know, when he's done writing it. So I need to make sure there's talent available for that too. Jerry Leonard, our public relations executive. I should remind you about the press conference we've scheduled for tomorrow. Are you ready to donate $1 million to the Red Gardens Foundation? It's an organization that funds programs for patriotic education and helping teenagers find work. After such a generous gesture, I'm sure America will forgive us for our friendship with the Nazis. Yeah, that's the plan. Contract for Wendy Carpenter has expired. I'm going to keep paying her. I'm going to make sure that she's with me forever. There you go. I'll even give you health insurance. I don't think I can, actually. It's too much. Yeah. It's. What about the simple health insurance? Okay, I can give you the simple health insurance, but if I'm really going to do that just to save $4,000, no. 20 grand for 3 years. Wendy Carpenter stays with us. There we go. I'm really not using you for much, am I, though? Maybe we can give you a starring role in one of these cheaper movies. How about this? 1992. It's a male character, though. I can't. I'm going to have to write a bad script for her. Should we write a script for her? This one's just called Wendy. I'm gonna label it Wendy. It's gonna be a cheap action horror movie, thriller movie, sci-fi movie. Thriller sci-fi? Yeah, I mean, sure. I guess. And then maybe a little bit of action could go in there too. And this is it's gonna be such a cheap movie. We're gonna put this in space, and let's see. We're gonna say this is in space, and our story is going to be about an ambitious woman, which will be named Wendy Carpenter, fighting off against aliens. And there'll be a first victim. There'll be a mysterious guide. There'll be a wizard in here somewhere. Maybe. How about a sidekick? Yeah. Give her a sidekick. And the sidekick will be... first victim will be female. Mysterious guide is male. Sidekick will be male. And then our themes and events. We want an ancient puzzle. Is that really... maybe, but I mean, it's in space. It doesn't mean things can't be old. You find things all the time, you know, ancient puzzles and stuff to solve. A long journey makes somewhat sense, doesn't it? Space is a far journey. Protecting the witness. Hey, that seems pretty interesting, but I'd have to switch up the mysterious guide bit with key witness. That will go cohesively together. And then we want to set up an ambush, or maybe we don't. Maybe we don't set up an ambush. Maybe we have a thrilling chase and the antagonist gets away. So we could maybe say the first victim isn't there, but instead we replace that with the key witness and then protecting the witness. And then in the end, we want to get away. I don't think we want to... the alien's not going to die or anything. We're just going to be able to rescue the hostage, retires for good, restores faith and ideals, takes antagonist with them. Oh my god. I like it, kind of, you know? I sort of like it. Protagonist commits suicide. Not going to do that, obviously. Escapes justice. No, I kind of like them. She takes them down together. Yeah. And everyone celebrates her as a hero. I like it. Let's do it. And we can have anyone write this because it's not going to be that good of a movie. So I've got Eric here. Bernard's going to get replaced in 31 days. On the other side of things, I could have someone else write it. But now we're gonna put Eric in this. This is Wendy's movie, okay? It's named Wendy. I don't know why we named this movie Wendy, but I named it Wendy because Wendy is going to be our star, our 2.0 star, okay? Major newspapers across America are reporting that Pryor Media has broken off relations with the Nazis and donated a large sum to charity. The USA Post ran a front page article titled "A Slap in Hitler's Face," in which the author praises the studio's integrity. This is the act of patriots, people with big hearts. Indeed. And all of our tricks are working. Toted the mayor's achievements. Now we have his approval as well. And that cinema is still there. They still haven't bought it yet, which is quite remarkable, to say the least. I wonder if there's going to be any other cinemas available in the future. maybe the amount of cinemas will become more. As time goes on, we'll have more cinemas open and we can just buy more. I want to get to 1,000. I think that's a Steam achievement. It might be. Now, I could spend some of my influence on this stuff, or I simply avoid it for now and prepare to spend all my influence on the award show, which is probably what I should be doing anyway. And we're going to do luxurious banquets and stuff. That's still happening. Let's make sure that we do not have to deal with the popo. Let's make sure we don't have that as a problem. And do I need more drugs in the studio? Well, I'm going to need whiskey. So we're going to make sure we have some gifts for people too. We'll grab 10 more whiskey. Let's get 10 of everything, shall we? Let's do that. We'll just grab 10 of everything in here. And then do we want any more illegal stuff? I don't have any spicy film strips. I don't have any heroin. It might be a good idea to have a few of these things on hand. And if we apply this, I can't... Yeah, I gotta leave after I get all of these things. So let's get 10 of these, 10 of those, or 6 of those, I guess. We have plenty of this stuff. That's gonna be a secret we gotta fight. And that's okay. And we're gonna place our level 4 on that, which is really low odds, isn't it? Wow. I'm still gonna place my level 4 on that. We're gonna see what happens with that secret there. Okay, then. So look how busy we are. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on at the same time here. Arthur Gernstein donated a record $2 million to the Red Gardens Fund. Well, we've got all kinds of crooks and penny pinchers trying to buy off their sins, he says. There's also a real patriots investing twice as much in the country's future. Oh, right. Because I totally invested... I'm going to out-charity you, sir. 14 days from now, I will out-charity you. I mean, I've already... You technically tied me. There should be a record. This game should keep track of a record of who's donated more to charity. It really should. In finances, we should be able to see some kind of, log of how much charitable donations every studio has given. I want to see the receipts. Yet another rom-com. We're going to shelve this for now. This is the one. I knew I wasn't crazy. Anyone who's binging this series is like, yeah, duh, it just happened. No, for me, it was a while ago. I knew I wasn't crazy. Yeah, that's in there. We're going to shelve this for now, though, because I want to make sure that there's talent available for Smoke Trail, which is in 91 days. If we were to make a movie right now, it wouldn't be done in 91 days. So I want to make sure that we're ready to go for that one. Now, why is it 91 days, though? I thought he was going to be done with this sooner. Oh, no, that's Bernard's movie that's going to be done sooner. Is Bernard done now? No, he's still beard. 24 days. Okay. 24 days. Beard ring. Oh, okay. I'm confused because there's only 3 here. There's actually 5. Yeah, there's these 2 that are nested. I kind of wish they didn't nest, but also that I could reorder them. And also, just saying, the one that's going to expire first, the one that's going to be done first should be on top. That's how I would do it anyway. Okay, Not My Holmes is finally going out now. Our money's kind of been stagnant / dropping because of not having anything in theaters, but that's going to change. We have a lot of stuff coming up. A- on Not My Holmes. Refreshing myself here. This is with Leslie Stone. Bill Horton is the antagonist. It's a comedy detective. It's this is our Sherlock Holmes parody movie, our comedy detective thriller. No, not a thriller, but whatever. Friday Partner says, after the film, you may feel that any mystery can be explained and put neatly on the shelf. It's not the most magical feeling, but nonetheless still pleasant one. That's not the effect I was going for. Exquisite Cinematique says, a worthy effort, but we're not moved to applaud. Alas, we hope to see the brilliant Gertrude Ross in more sophisticated fare in the future. Indeed. Bone Grinder doesn't like it, but everybody else really liked it. The movie will stay with you, it says. Cool. So, this one could win an award. Possibly. So, we'll see how that goes as the reviews come in and the movie goes out. The Boots That Bring Good Luck ends post-production at a 9, and honestly, the artistic score stays 8.8. That's glorious as well. Definitely loving that. This is an Alice Phillips movie, which means we have a great movie releasing with a strong protagonist that is female. So possibly we could use these two films to influence the award shows, and maybe, just maybe, we will be good to go. I kind of want to wait and release it when there's no competition, right? Or at least less competition. This is a comedy, historical comedy. We could release this near Christmas. I don't have to release it when there's all this stuff going on here. But there's not really a whole lot of comedies in this area. So it's not the worst time to release it. I wouldn't want to release it near Halloween. I am tempted to come all the way over here. I think it has a better chance of winning awards and stuff if it's released in this era, because it is a comedy. So I'm going to go with this. This is a 9.0. We're going to have a substantial amount of showings. Look at that. I can go to 37K now. That's a bit overboard. We're going to go 22K for this, even though it's probably that's way overboard. 20K. That's a lot. We'll go down to like, say, 15 for the second week. We'll go like to 12 for the third, and let's bring it down to about 8,400 for the fourth. Grab 6 weeks on that filming. There it is. And we'll release this during the holiday, because I think it has a better chance of success if we do it there. It looks like it's just moderate for all things, so I can probably just go down this list and choose these. It's probably good for that. Decent targeting. And then for the tricks, if I really want to bump up that beginning, it would be nice if these guys would, help me out with that. Let's see. Bobby's not willing to do anything either. So Nelly, I think we'll take a more guaranteed approach here and go for the surprise wedding appearance. We're not going to try the dirty trick there. There we go. So it really tries to get that first viewing, that first week, which is like the only week that's really in this year. That's going to be huge. All right, 3 movies in pre-production, 5 in production. Actually, 1 is leaving pre-production right now. I could do another one. Again, I have to make sure I've got the talent for that other one available. So how about we could do a really cheap movie like 1992 here. Do this one. Yeah, he's got 2 movies left in his little cheap contract. We could do this. I don't have a soundstage for you until 1 more day, though. And I don't want to buy another soundstage before anyone says, buy more sound stages. I don't want to. I think 3 is good, and the space is acceptable. Wait 1 day to produce. It's acceptable to me. All right, so I should be able to start that now, because I think you just finished. I have to wait for the... Okay. Hang on a second. I have to do this. Pre-production results. Okay, never mind. The pre-production was what we reserved for. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe we will do another soundstage then, because I thought I only had to wait a day. Of course, by the time it's built, I will have another one available anyway. Put you on set, give you a second team, off you go. My gosh, 6 movies in production, 3 here, and then this one again is in planning. And yeah, so this one these are all shooting now. So I'd have to wait 25 days to start that one if I was going to do it. Or I just choose a different cinematographer too. Like I can just choose Thomas Morris and then just kind of go location only is fine. It's kind of a throwaway movie anyway. It's not going to be great. So I'm just going to run that. Let's make it color. We'll give it a couple of extras, some high quality props. That's fine. Just enough crew. For producers, let's come down, pick somebody like Ricardo who's on a timer. We'll go to Clifton Simmons, I think, as our director of this. We're going to save Roger for the other film. And then, you see, I don't have a whole lot of talent here, right? So I'm going to hire talent for this film that's more conducive to its skill. And actually, this one right here is very cheap, so we'll grab you. I didn't even use him on a name basis. I'm like, this one is cheap. We'll get him for 5 movies. That's good. Yeah, 75,000 for 5 movies. We'll grab you. What else? Who else is cheap? Johnny's pretty cheap. Let's give Johnny a chance. Johnny Murphy. Yeah, we'll go 5 movies with you as well for 105. That's fine. And then who else do we want here? Is really cheap. Dennis Malone. Actually known for thrillers and such as well. Edgar Lamb, you're locked though. Everybody here's locked, but Chris Wood could be better. Gerald is pretty good. Yeah, Gerald. Let's get Gerald here. Gerald's pretty good as potential wise. We'll build him up a little bit too. How many more actors do I need for this movie? So our daring adventurer. I think I like the idea of, you know what? Arrogant, conceited, Gerald, square enforcer. That's going to be square enforcer. This guy looks like a square enforcer. And our daring adventurer will be Gerald. Yeah, Gerald. Go ahead and do it, buddy. So lots and lots of films. So much cost. Oh, so many expenses coming in through here, man. Whoa. We are cranking things out like a factory, and I'm not even using the factory bonus on any of these, you know? I'm not even getting any of that factory bonus at all. We need to make sure the Smoke Trail gets it, though. So hopefully this is a really good movie. He's an 8.0 writer. 5-year contracts are now done being researched. Fantastic. And I could go 10-year, or I could go amazing legal protection, which I might need, but that's a long time. I like the terminate contracts, actually, here. Let's go that way. Being able to terminate contracts would lead to me being able to get out of that thing before without having to kill anyone. That sounds nice. You know what else sounds nice? Not this. Frame tone going out of style? No. The other thing that sounds nice is influential producer. Which, you know, again, I have an advantage in negotiations with actors and directors if all studio producers are level 6 or higher, which is what we're about to have. So with influential producer being done, there we go. And now it's time to fire all my producers that are under that level. That's fantastic. Okay, so what advantage would having 2 producers on a project give me? I wonder. I mean, I assume it has some benefit to the quality, but I don't know. It doesn't specifically say what that does. I mean, IRL, I understand it, but in the perspective of the game, is it the same? Does it make everything run more fluidly? Do we have lower pre-production and lower pre-production and production times, right? Do we have less things going wrong on set? Things like that would be great if you have 2 producers who work really well together. Of course, it can backfire if you have 2 producers that don't work together, because then you have drama between the producers and you have inconsistent directions. So, not necessarily. 50% of the request here, though. During negotiations, you'll be able to cover up to 50% of the requests using gifts, services, or special bonuses. Now, that's not bad, but it's a little more niche. I have lots of money anyway. I like this one. Let's go this way. Okay, so now what we need to do is fire every producer that is under 6.0. And then when I do these people's contracts again, and I just did a bunch of them for like 5 movies, right? I just did those, but those are all lower cost ones anyway. I'm not getting the best benefits. Where I'm going to get the most benefits for these are on the 5-year contracts, which just happened too. That timed and comboed with the benefits that I just got there, plus all of these other really great talent only having 1 movie left in their contract. They're all going to come up for renewal. I can get a big bonus to my negotiations with them and get them for 5 years. That's where that's all going. Beard ring. It's got alcohol in it. Well, that sucks, but all right. We'll shelve this for now. New scandal from Teresa Chavez. She's covering her son's ears. Okay. During a radio interview, the host didn't pronounce Teresa Chavez's last name clearly. In response, the actress called the show host a piss-stained goat with a load of dicks in his mouth. That seems like an overreaction to, like, what did he say? Chavez? Did he say Chavez? Like, what did he really say? I don't know about that, but we have a scandal we might have to pay some cash for, which isn't a big deal. Let's actually go over to some of our benefits here. So we can do Mayor's Party to get a bit more influence points, which we can totally do now. Let's take that. That'll give us 300 additional influence points. Kind of trying to stack them up before we get to the award show so I can really influence the awards as much as possible here. And then I got loads of money to pour into it too. So Banquet's going to happen in a day here in a second. Let's take a look at Asphalt Skin. Did it get pinned as max quality? It did not at all. No. Pre-production results are definitely getting stressed out on here, but I think the production will make up for it. I think it'll be okay once we get it out into the world and start making the movie happen. So show me the magic, Patrick. Protect my people, okay? Luxurious Banquet is done. 500 more, and then we get another beating, this time to Carl Stanley, who is actually not that remarkable. But I feel like, weren't you currently involved in a project? Also, why show me all these things if I can't click them? Just saying. Did you just take a screenshot of what this looks like and plaster it here? It didn't have any protection? It says no protection. Security failed to protect him. Well, I mean, they're going after the specific people who don't have protection, I guess. They're very good at that. So this did okay. I mean, it's steep decline at the end, but it did okay. Let's bring this down to somewhere around here. It's probably an appropriate allegation here of resources. Allegation? No. Allocation. I mean, I guess there could be allegations. It is a game full of allocations. Let's go ahead and do another luxurious one. Why not? We'll get a lot more stuff for 30 days from now. We'll have, we're gonna get approaching like 5,000 influence points. If I can't win awards with 5,000 influence, then this thing is rigged. Not entirely rigged. It could just be that their movies are better than mine. You know, I overspent. You know, just because you spend more money on it doesn't make it better, right? I'm gonna cool it though on movies though. I've got a lot in production right now, and again, I gotta make sure I have talent available for Smoke Trail when it's done being written. In 64 days, I'll have enough time, plenty of time to actually make that movie happen. As long as Hubert O'Brien is available. And Hubert O'Brien is currently working on this movie, which is still got about 33 more days to go. All right, Miss Chavez, I definitely want to get negotiations with you. Now, the thing is, I don't see... Ah, right there. Influential producer. Okay. So 250 bonus here. It's a little bonus, but it's something. And then if I want her for 5 years, I could give her extended medical coverage. I could give her a little bit of the, you know, things that she likes. It does have a heart next to it. I really don't have to look at this. I could also pay her out 50-50. Then I'll have to pay her the rest for 5 more years, which does mean there's a little bit of extra that I have to pay her in order to do that. But it means I can pay her $333,000 now, and then the rest in 5 years, which is a long time from now. So like, I kind of like that a lot. I can also give her a hotel suite. I think that doesn't this cost me more money every month when people have this? I forget how that works. Let's try this. If I go like this, you know, wait a minute. Now that went way up. Why is that? Why does it keep going up every time I do this? Maybe it wasn't calibrated correctly the first time. What is happening right now? I think the math is very weird. I just took away the 50-50 and it dropped the rate. I mean, unless I'm actually paying half of this now, right? Because I was under the impression that this number was the number that was taken out today. You know, because I get that I would pay more for the 50-50 payout. I get it. It's a negative 15% to the weight. But I thought this was what I was paying today, and this might be just the total. So if this is the total, then it's fine. It was like 333,000 for a bit there, and I'm trying to figure out how that math, you know, mathed. How did that math? Let's reset this for a second. If I go time 5 years, you want 480,000, and that's without putting the rest of it in there. So 480,000 for 5 years. Then I add the medical coverage, and the methamphetamines is already still there, and then this takes it down to 471. So now I'm somehow paying 471. I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna just accept it the way it is before it ends up going up to 500k for me. Okay, so June Morgan, yeah, I think I want you back too, but I don't know if I want you for many years. I have a lot of female artists already. I have female actors already, so I don't know if I need you for a lot of movies, right? So I'm gonna get you for just per movie for now, which helps me. Again, influential producer still helping me there, but yeah. Okay, tipping is not allowed. Let's see what how this one did. Up to near max. And then this is the one with, oh, okay, so Bill Ramsey, yeah, and then Vincent looked like he was a corrupt guy or whatever. Enemy from the past, yeah. Glenn, you can go ahead and take this and we'll start second unit. And then we have narrow-minded inhabitants, which was destroyed before, and it only minorly improved on the artistic score. So this one is just, you know, this is money printing fluff stuff is what this is. This is what people think Marvel is right here. Oh, some sect of I happen to like Marvel movies, but I happen to like what Disney did with them. That's a minority opinion, maybe. I happen to think they're very entertaining, but that's the majority of the population, I think, believes the stats look a little bit like this for Marvel's movies, which I totally get it. It's just, you know, whatever. I understand a bit more about the work that goes into producing what you see on screen, so maybe I'm a little bit biased in that, but yeah. Anyways, we're going to say Connie or Jane. I can let Jane do it. Jane's fine. Theodore, maybe you'll raise the artistic scores, you know? If you could make this, yeah, just polish this unoriginal slop that's very popular unoriginal nonsense. Yeah. No, they're doing that thing again. Yeah, because it sells. But again, I don't want to see it again. Well, apparently a whole lot of other people do because they're going out to, they're spending their money to go see it with their kids. That's probably what it is, right? It's like the kids love it, so I got to go out and see it as an adult too. You know? It's like if Frozen 3 came out, I'd say, look, guys, Frozen 2 was an adequate ending. It didn't need any more, right? It answered a few questions. It didn't answer a few questions. Also, and then it's ending, okay? We don't need another song we don't need another movie that's going to have songs that my daughter's going to sing constantly, nonstop, every single day, okay? Make it stop. Please make it stop. That's what I'm saying. Let's get some security people here. Let's see if I have any more available. Wow. Nobody for hire, huh? There's nobody for hire on security. Unfortunate. How about editors? Got any good editors here? These ones are not bad on the cost, right? 4,600? These guys are great. What happened? Well, I mean, they're probably foreign talent, right? I don't know. Edgar Schultz. Does it say where they're from? Eventually, we're gonna start getting, you know, refugees and stuff coming over, right, from Europe. So, I just wasn't sure if that was the thing. Sybil Gross actually won an award. Her rates are quite reasonable for on these people. I'm gonna start replacing some of my editors. I think Edgar. I mean, these are the same, and she's cheaper, right? So I should probably just do Annie. Yeah, I think Annie here. I'm gonna hire Annie for 3,000. Then I'm gonna go into my list of personnel and see who my editors are. I don't need this many editors. Loretta, I think you're gone, right? I can't fire her. Why? She's charging me 4,000. Why can't I hire? Oh, she's doing masterclass right now. Right, because she might end up being pretty good actually after this. What about Beverly? Beverly, we can part ways. Beverly, we can part ways. Goodbye. What else can we do? Emma. Oh my gosh, look at Emma. Look at Emma. She's 50 now. Emma, she's been with us for so long. And she's charging me a lot. Emma, I'm firing the elderly woman. She's got 3 kids. She's got 5. Sorry, she has 5 kids. She has 5 kids. You know what? You should spend more time with your family. Emma, you should spend more time with your family. Now, before anyone says, oh, you heartless bastard, what you don't see is that there's a severance package here, right? A big severance package, all right? It just took place, all right? Just go with it, all right? It happened. I gave her money. How much money did I give her as a severance package, you may ask? Well, it just so happens that, you know, in 1939, I gave her $100,000 as a severance package. See? That sound you heard? That's me being a God-fearing man, is what that is. That's what I did just now. And let's see. I want to go and hire more of the editors. So let's go over to here. Employee Center. And free people and editors. And you see, like, she wants so much money, but this person is just... where's the other person? Oh, Edgar, right? Edgar's, like, so much better. You know what I mean? Just bring in the other editor instead. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so planning. Anyway, this is where we were at, and I didn't have any more security people, so I guess planning as kind of a junk movie. We're gonna have this go second unit. but I'm not going to put any security in there because I don't have it. So that is probably the most movies I've ever had being made at one time. That is 8 movies in production at one time right there. That's wild. Will any of them actually win an award, though? No idea. You can come back for the next video and find out. But look at, after all of that, I still have 110 million. We're cranking out the dough, man. It's great. And we own almost every theater. We don't. But we own more than half of the theaters. And now there are no more independent cinemas at the moment. And so my competitors and under 700 cinemas collectively combined, whatever you want to call it, and then I have 888. That's pretty lucky. All right, that's it. Come on back for the next one. We'll see how all of these do and whether we can win the awards in 1940. Bye-bye.